French onion soup. We are going to make a classic onion soup in 2 stages. Stage 1, the onion stock. I'm using canola, but you can use your preferred oil. I've added chili flakes for depth, and these are Spanish onions, but any onion will do. Season with salt and pepper. Now I'll add a bit of water and cover. This step helps caramelize the onions evenly. After a couple of minutes, the onions are translucent. I will leave the top off from now on and stir frequently. I'm adding in a bay leaf and some fresh thyme. Bam! Smash! 5 cloves of garlic and a little white wine. After 45 minutes, everything is nice and caramelized. Now I'll add some stock. The recipe for this brown stock is on my channel, but you can use any stock that you have around. I'm going to cover and simmer for another half hour. It's come together nicely. Time to take the stock off the oven and strain. I'm going to pour the stock through a fine mesh sieve. Then, using the back of a spoon, I'll press all the juices out of the onions. On to step 2, building the onion soup. Again, canola, red chili flakes for depth. We'll cook our onions less this time so they have more body. I'm using the same Spanish onions we used to make the stock. Kosher salt, I use Diamond Crystal. Black pepper. I'll add a pinch of my Cajun seasoning and a pinch of dulse, a kind of seaweed. Stir, add a bit of water. And now I'll cover until the onions are translucent. Now that they're translucent, I'll add a big knob of butter and an equal weight of flour. I'm using Tipo flour, but AP is fine. Slowly add the flour to the onion and butter mixture and stir in, avoiding any lump formation. This is going to thicken the soup. We want to cook the flour a bit to improve its flavor. 1 ounce of brandy, 2 ounces of red wine, 3 ounces of beer. We're going to use these alcohols to deglaze the pan, starting with the brandy, stirring it to get the fond off the bottom, which is the flour that's cooked down under there. Then we'll add the red wine, bringing up more of that fond every time we add one of these deglazing liquids. And finally we'll add the beer. And that should help us get all the fond off the bottom. Now we'll add in our onion stock from earlier in this video, and we'll let simmer for about 30 minutes. Gotta have a taste. Oh yeah, that works. Now we'll assemble the soup for service. The soup should be very hot. This is going to go under the broiler, so oven-proof bowls are a necessity. Croutons should be crunchy and flavorful, and they should not be too big. You don't want your guests to make a mess or burn themselves trying to break the croutons apart with a spoon to fit them in their mouths. I have both Gruyere and Jarlsberg cheese here, but any melty cheese or combination of melty cheeses will work just fine. Have your broiler set to high for maximum caramelization. Now in it goes until brown and bubbly. Careful taking this out. It's hot, like magma. Looks good.